रब्बा ने तुझको बनाने में कर दी है हुस्न की खाली तिजोरियाँ, काजल की सियाही से लिखी है तूने जाने कितनों की लव स्टोरियाँ, केसरिया तेरा इश्क है पिया, रंग जाऊं जो मैं हाथ लगाऊं. Good evening, welcome back to In the Khud. This is 9th of August 2022 and the time is 2022. That's what you call it, Angel's time. Woke up at 5:45 today. It was very difficult to get out of bed because yesterday was a very intense music Kushi day. It's just the nature of doing music Kushi, like you're completely involved in it, constantly listening for music, and it's very very hectic. So yesterday night I even was up, the video uploaded yesterday's vlog was over 10 minutes, so even that I was like until 12 I was uploading that video, so it was very difficult to get out of bed, but I pushed myself. It's good to push every now and then. I mean, I kind of feel like, oh, I shouldn't push because then, long-term problems. It's okay. It gets taken care of. Just show up to the desk, and then the feeling is amazing once you're here. It's pretty fine. Okay, by 8 o'clock I figured 3 important things in Premiere Pro. Now I can make a basic multicam edit only using the keyboard. So my agenda was I wanted to get rid of the mouse. There is one preference reason here because I like working with the keyboard and not with the mouse, and there is one technical kind of greeb reason here that my desk here is small, and this keyboard, the Corsair, the earlier keyboard was very small, so the mouse and keyboard could just completely fit in and be a nice happy couple. But here the Corsair RGB keyboard is pretty big, and I have to use this now for the macros and everything. So I want to get rid of the mouse, so I only have the keyboard that I have my hands on, and that's what I'm doing. So if I open now, I am gonna be using, let me just make sure that this script is running, Premiere Pro script is running. Inside Premiere here I will go to home. Okay, shift 1 brings it to, so I'm gonna go to home and G4. Okay, G4 is a thing which is increasing the audio. I have to make a thing for decreasing it as well, so control G4. But anyway, I made that big. Now if I press G5, that's gonna zoom into the timeline, and G6 is gonna zoom out of the timeline. Basically what G5 and G6 is doing is it's mimicking alt scroll up and down, and doesn't matter where the cursor is. If I just press G5, it will come to the timeline and it will do that. So when this is playing, just mute this. Okay, now I can just, now this will take a bit of muscle memory to get used to, but essentially I have figured out how I can just use the keyboard to make my edits without having to use the mouse at all, because I use Q and D for the multicam. So that was the best thing I figured today. Next order of business, to have hotkeys that search a particular file string in the project window. So I basically want to search for a file and then that drops it here in the timeline. And I also figured that Premiere has a built-in keyboard shortcut called insert, which comes through, I think, comma, that does it for you. Like I will just show you, for instance, if this is the clip I want to insert at the CTR, current time TTI indicator, just press comma, so it's shorter than destination. Okay, that's weird. If I have to import it here, shift 1 and I press comma. What is this? Oh, it's a sequence. Okay, I just need this clip. Come in here and press comma. It just imports that where? Okay, this is interesting. It is doing that over here. Why so? Not at the current time indicator. Okay, if I remove this in and out points, yeah, the in and out points was causing the problem. So this comma does it. So one more amazing thing I figured is how to use combos inside auto hotkey. So when I press G1 and 1, there is this combo action popping up. So of course I should, it's getting a bit difficult to keep the mouse here. I should show you. No plus. Now, okay, F3 and you just put and there and it causes that combo thing to happen, which is amazing because that allows me to use combinations and then not just be limited to these macros. I can make multiple versions out of them. Now, the way alt scrolling is happening through G5 and G6 is we move the mouse. So now this is only gonna work in this sort of thing. I think it could also work in like a similar sort of timeline where this is the case. So basically it has to bring the mouse cursor into the timeline for this to work. So that will work regardless. As long as the timeline is here somewhere, if it's on the right somewhere, it won't work because mouse cursor is the key thing here. Then Premiere Zoom In is a function that I made, very simple. Send left alt down, hold alt down, scroll up for zoom in and scroll down for zoom out, and then left alt up. You have to also release the alt key, otherwise the menu keys get triggered. It's like these ones here. Okay. And after that, when I woke up for the full-time job day, it was very extreme, like back to back calls with the team, with other people, and it got really intense and crazy at one point where I had to make a video, like a complete edit, and I made it in like 30 minutes or so without even the footage. I had to find the footage, do everything. That was a video that was previously made by one of my team members, but they did not like it, and they just told me like half an hour before the pitch or the deadline for the video was. So I strapped my seatbelt and I ran like crazy. And this just reminded me of, I need a script that does kinetic typography. Like, it's so common. I shouldn't have to go through like templates and go in and find which is the text pre-comp and replace the text and do things. Like, there should be a script which does that. So I'm looking for more like a universal sort of script which can take a template, an existing template, and then go inside and rig things like an expression on a null layer or a text layer, which is going deep into all those pre-comps and changing the source text of the actual title or text. So I want that kind of very universal script, because if I make it for just one template, then it's going to work for that one template. And I also want it to be a bit customizable, so that will involve understanding how these templates are actually working position. Very simple position scale keyframes, not a big thing to figure out. But the only thing I would say here is time. As with everything that I really want to do, time is going to be a big thing. Like, I have to sit and do that. But that's one thing really I want to add to my ever growing to-do list. Now after that happened, and then I just mentioned that one video, there was another video, the Unix jigsaw video, which has been going on since ages. Hopefully we're done with that. I'm gonna come to this part where I sort of thought that I can do a bit of sculpting. Now sculpting, I have seen a course previously on Udemy, and I know how to use the draw brush and a little bit about remesh and then the drawing tool and stuff. And it's frankly not bad. Like, if I look at my reference, this is what I'm trying to recreate. Now here, of course, this statue is going to be the main thing of the video, the challenge video. So I have to really spend a lot of time getting this right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch this video, Sculpting with Blender for Beginners by Ryan King Art, and hopefully get in as much information as I can to get me started. And I really want to sculpt this and make it like as realistic as possible. And then sculpting just in general is going to help with my own character creation as well. So yeah, that's one thing that's on the charts now. In cubicles, I did see one video today in the morning, but I think I'm gonna just get the cream of what I want from the cubicles lectures as of now, because I have 2 weeks, just like 13 days or so left for the challenge, and between 2 days I have to go for a work trip as well, for an office offsite. Yeah. Anyway, we've exceeded 10 minutes. I will try and learn sculpting as well as rigging at the same time, and we'll see how that goes. So yep, that's pretty much it for today's video. Now I'm gonna get to Premiere and edit on the keyboard for the first time. As I said, I need a bit of muscle memory and getting used to it. So that was it for today's documentation. Thank you so much for being in the code. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.